wish my nose can be like this, and I wish my lips could be a little smaller, and I wish my lashes could be a little longer, and my brows and my, oh my gosh. Hello everyone, thank you so much for tuning in today, and for those who are new, welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk a little about things that I've learned growing up. I'm not old right now, but I've had different experiences that have taught me so much today, and I feel like this video would be beneficial, especially for younger people, because you know, you learn from other people's mistakes, and I would love to just share this with you guys, especially because now we're heading in 2016, and I feel like up till now I've learned so much about myself and life in general, and yeah, so I hope this video is not too boring for you guys. I think it's gonna be pretty interesting, hopefully. So this is a letter to my younger self. Don't ever expect people to treat you the way that you treat them. That is ideal, and that's what I thought growing up, but I always thought that because I treated people a certain way, I would receive that back, and not in like a selfish way, like, oh, I only do things so that I receive it back, not like that, but I just thought, like, why would somebody lie to me or just cheat when I'm not doing that to them? But I've noticed that that's not the case, and people are gonna hurt you, and as long as you realize it and you understand that not everybody's gonna treat you the exact same way that you treat them. They are not you, and it doesn't mean that they're a bad person, but if you expect them to do certain things that, well, I would have done that for them, then you're gonna be so hurt, so watch out for that. The next thing is that your confidence should not depend on what people think of you. And I mean both ways. If people are complimenting you or people are insulting you and telling you that you're too skinny, you're too fat, you're too dark, you're too light, you're too anything that they tell you. Like growing up, I was really like scrawny, and I mean I'm still like considered skinny now, but you know, I'm getting a little more like curvy, not really, but you know. And yeah, so growing up I was really skinny, especially because I grew really quickly, so I was just like a tall skinny girl, and it didn't really bother me until people started noticing that, and you know, people giving me hugs. They're like, wow, it's like I'm hugging air, or oh my gosh, you're skin and bone, and oh my gosh, you're this. And I was just like, if ever I was taking a picture with somebody who's shorter, I would kind of like hunch my back and just like try to look shorter, and it's just like all of these ridiculous things that now I think of it, I'm like, oh my gosh, poor Anna, don't think like that, because that's just the way that you are, and if you don't embrace that and you feed yourself from everything that people are telling you, that you're gonna believe what they say and try to like conform yourself. Like, just be happy with who you are and you'll be completely comfortable. You don't need to hunch your back, you don't need to suck in your stomach, you don't need to do any of that. Just be who you are, be happy with who you are, and just understand that you're beautiful. If you go to the core of it and try to understand that you were beautifully made and all of that, then it doesn't really matter what people tell you. I mean, it's always nice to get a compliment here and there, but that shouldn't define your beauty. You should be able to define your own beauty before anybody else does that for you. So another tip that I would give my younger self is not to be discouraged, and I know that that sounds so simple and like a no-brainer, but growing up and still now, I get discouraged pretty often, and it's so funny because like I serve such a like loving father, and a father that has never deceived me, so I shouldn't ever be discouraged. There's no reason for me to be discouraged and scared and stuff like that, but it's human nature, that's how you feel. The tip that I would give you guys and to my younger self is just understand that God has never disappointed you. Why would he disappoint you now? And also understand that if you're starting a new school, a new job, or anything that feels a little more intimidating because it's your first time, everything starts off being intimidating and scary, and you start, but that's how you learn, and it's gonna be okay. Like, I remember when I got my first job, it was a pretty like small thing. I was working at an ice cream parlor, and this was really new to me, so I didn't know about customer service and all of that, and I was so nervous. And even after that, when I got other jobs, every single time I started, it was like really nerve-wracking for me. So do not be discouraged. Just don't be discouraged, because you will be fine. You will be okay, okay? Another thing is something that I'm also working on now is to set your priorities straight, and that's so important because when you grow up, all of a sudden you get all these responsibilities that you didn't have when you were younger, and if you don't really take the time to actually set your priorities and say this is more important than this and all of that, then you're going to be allocating time to things that won't be really beneficial, and you're gonna give less time to the things that actually really matter and that are gonna help you grow. And you know, so I think that it's really important to just sit down and write down, if you have to, what are the different responsibilities or different things that you have in your life. Hobbies, homework, work, filming YouTube videos, reading, spending time with God if that's what you like to do, spending time with family, with friends, and all of this. And it can feel a little overwhelming, but as I grew older, I've understood that when you're younger, you have a lot more time to spend, a lot of time with family, a lot of time with friends, a lot of time with this and this and this. It's okay to spend a bit of time with each of these things, as long as you still spend an even amount of time, or spend more time for the things that you prioritize more. Another thing is not to be too open. Back in like 2012, I believe, I don't really remember what year, but I deactivated my Twitter account. Now I have one for my channel, DOSEofHANNA. You guys can go follow me there, DOSEofHANNA. I don't really tweet much, but it's really just for my channel. Back then I had a Twitter account, and I mean, I was just like, man, this is a little dangerous for me, because every time something happened, I was just so ready to tweet about it. And I didn't talk about really like personal things, but you know, even just sharing your dreams, not only on social media, but even with people, like, just be careful about that. I just feel like when you share too much of your dreams and like what you want to do and all of your plans and stuff like that for the future, they're most likely not going to happen for some reason. I don't even know why. And I thought I was crazy, but I followed this Instagram account. I'm gonna put the picture right here somewhere on the screen to show you guys that exact thing. And I was like, that's how I feel, because I'm a really open person, and as you grow older, you understand that it's a little better to stay conservative for certain things. There's this saying that's like, work hard in silence and let success make the noise. I saw that once and I was like, oh my gosh, that is so true. I love that so much. And I think that's an awesome tip to give my younger self. Another thing I would tell my younger self is not to focus too much on beauty and the way that you look. My parents and my friends and everybody around me knew that I was obsessed with the mirror. Like, I didn't just look at the mirror to fix a little thing. I was just always looking at myself. The more I checked myself in the mirror, the more I realized, wow, I keep on picking out my flaws and saying, oh my god, my face is not symmetrical, and one eyebrow is like this, and my nose is weird, and all of that. And I feel like if you focus too much on things that you really can't change, I mean, unless you go and do surgery or what. I'm like hammering my nose. If you go and do surgery and whatnot, then yeah, you can change it. But I like to just embrace what I have and just stick with it. That's just me. And I feel like if you focus so much on the way that you look and you're constantly looking at yourself in the mirror, it's like you just keep on discouraging yourself. Unless you're looking at yourself and saying, girl, you look good today, and you just go about your day. But a lot of times I would just look at myself and say, man, I wish I could just be a little more curvy. I wish my nose could be like this, and I wish my lips could be a little smaller, and I wish my lashes could be a little longer, and my brows, and my, oh my gosh, and my forehead, and all of these things. And now that I don't really look at beauty that way, I'm not obsessed over myself. Yes, I wear makeup, but I don't view makeup in the same way. I used to wear makeup to like cover my face. I thought that it just made me look pretty. I didn't think that I was pretty without makeup. But now I'm just like, we're all beautiful. Like, it's not even like, oh, I look so gorgeous without makeup. I look like a human being. So yeah, that was the next tip. Oh my gosh, I'm in the middle of filming a video. Hey! My cousin just is FaceTiming me. I'm not gonna show you on camera. Okay, so my cousin Beatty, the one that was in the one, I think it was like the channel update, she wants to say something. She doesn't want to show herself because I think she just woke up, but what do you want to say?
Wait, so should I say something that I would say to my younger self?
Yeah, what would you tell your younger self? I'm just giving tips like that. I'm like, oh man, I wish I knew this when I was younger.
Okay, I have one.
Okay, go tell them.
Okay, so everybody, this is so awkward. I feel like I'm speaking to myself. Okay, wait, can I think about it for a second?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, you're gonna edit this out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm just thinking.
Today, like 2 hours later.
So, I think something that I've learned over the years is that not everyone has the same heart as you.
That's what my first tip was. It was like, don't expect people to treat you the way that you treat others.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Okay, that means I have to do another one.
Okay, cool. Give me your tip so that I can finish this video. Okay, Bates is not in this video anymore. She gave a tip. She can't think of anything else, and I gotta finish this video, guys.
Okay, so I know that for this next tip, a lot of you guys may not relate to what I'm saying because you may not have a relationship with God. But for me, growing up, I compared my relationship with God with other people's relationship with God, and that's just not healthy and it's not right. Oh, I wish I could be like that Christian. I wish I could be like that person and all of that. And it's really not about the way it looks. You never know. Some people just seem like they're such a strong Christian and they look so holy, and it's not about that. It really comes down to you having a serious and honest relationship with God. It really just is as simple as that. My relationship with Him may not be the same as my dad's relationship with Him and your relationship with Him. It's different, and it doesn't mean that yours has any less value. Like, don't ever think that. Really just focus on what really matters. It doesn't matter that you seem like such a good Christian. You don't live inside my head. You don't know my heart. Only God does, and that's what really matters. So I think that that's an awesome tip to give my younger self. And last but not least, listen to your parents. Listen to your parents, guys. Growing up, I was so stubborn, and I still kind of am, just a tad bit. I've always neglected the fact that they've been on this earth more than double the amount of years that I've been here, right? Yes, right. So I always assumed that they don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what I'm going through. And I understand that some parents out there may not give the best advice. So I mean, I'm sorry, I can't really relate to your situation. And yes, sometimes your parents won't understand you, but just listen to them. They're much more wise than you think. They've gone through so many experiences, and why not just learn from other people's experiences and people's mistakes? And you know, they love you. I mean, once again, I don't know if your parents have that relationship with you. I know that my parents love me, and if ever they're gonna tell me something, it might sound really annoying, but I know that they're doing it out of love, and I respect that. So you should too. Okay, so that was the end of my video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed. I love you guys so much. Happy New Year! Okay, I'll see you guys soon. I'm starting school very soon, so don't expect me to be uploading videos here and there. I'm going to be very inconsistent. Like, I mean, one video a month, probably, something like that, because once again, I'm working on setting my priorities right now, and YouTube is fun for me. It really is fun, but I feel like if I wanted to do well, I want to really spend like a good amount of time to just give you guys quality content. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys soon, hopefully. Bye!
Can't keep my hands to myself.